AfterCarAccidents.com presents Which Personal Injuries Pay the Highest Accident Settlements? If you've been injured in an accident, then you may be wondering, how much is my settlement worth? In this video, we will discuss which type of personal injuries receive large accident settlements and the reasons behind them. Let's begin. The accident settlement you receive always depends on the severity of your injuries. To assess your claim, insurance companies divide your injuries into two broad categories: soft injuries and hard injuries. Soft injuries. Soft injuries are injuries to your muscles, ligaments, and tendons. Examples of soft tissue injuries include strained neck, sprained ankles, or back spasms. Typically, soft injuries receive small personal injury settlements. Why? Because insurance companies don't consider these types of injuries serious and life-changing. They believe the pain you feel is temporary and that you will be back to being healthy within a few months. In addition, soft injuries are hard to prove. They are subjective and can't be quantified by medical reports. For example, let's say you suffered whiplash in a car accident. You feel neck stiffness, headaches, fatigue, dizziness. The problem is, how do you prove these symptoms? A doctor can't really diagnose that your neck is, for example, 60% more stiff after the car accident. They're basically relying on your word that you're feeling this pain and discomfort. This does not mean that victims of soft tissue injuries are lying about their pain. It just means it's much harder to medically verify their suffering. Insurance companies know this and use it to their advantage. They understand that if your injury claim ever went in front of a judge, they could easily argue that you are simply faking your injuries. As a result, most soft tissue injury victims receive low settlement amounts. Hard injuries. Hard injuries are more severe types of injuries. They cause extreme discomfort and a significant amount of pain and suffering. These injuries receive large accident settlements because they have a substantial impact on both your current and future lifestyle. In addition, these injuries can be easily documented by your doctor and thus proven in court. Let's take a look at a few examples of hard injuries. Head injuries. Head injuries receive large accident settlements because the damages can be long-lasting. For example, you suffered a serious blow to your head in an accident. This can result in concussions, severe migraines, etc. Head injuries can lead to serious complications that permanently affect you physically, mentally, and emotionally. The odd thing about head injuries is at first the damages appear to be minor. Victims appear healthy and function with normal cognitive abilities. However, a few months later, they start complaining about sharp shooting pain in their head. The victims assume they had fully recovered, but unfortunately, the symptoms were just slowly getting worse over time. The insurance companies know head injuries are like a ticking time bomb and will require expensive treatment. The longer they wait to settle, the higher the risk of some major cerebral diagnosis and expensive injury settlement. Broken bones. Anytime you fracture or break your bones, you increase your personal injury settlement amount. This is because broken bones immediately impact your daily life and can be verified with X-rays. The other point that determines your settlement amount is the severity of the broken bones. For example, a hairline fracture in your hand is a serious injury and deserves a good settlement. However, this injury would be considered less devastating than breaking both of your legs and being stuck in a wheelchair. Therefore, the latter would get a higher injury settlement. Wounds and scars. Serious wounds can lead to stitches and significant scars. Scars increase your injury settlement if they can be linked to psychological damage or financial loss. For example, a scar on a teenage girl can cause her embarrassment and emotional trauma. Similarly, a scar on a professional model can hurt her ability to earn future income. If the scar is permanent, it further increases your personal injury settlement amount. To determine the settlement value for a scar, speak with a plastic surgeon to determine the cost of removing the scar. This will give you a starting point for negotiating your settlement amount. Let's review. Your injuries are divided into two groups: soft and hard injuries. Soft injuries are less severe injuries and typically receive small settlements. Hard injuries are more serious and painful injuries that pay larger personal injury settlements. They are also easy to document with a medical report. If you are injured, ask yourself, 1. Did I suffer a soft injury or a hard injury? 2. Is there potential for long-term damage? 3. Did I visit the hospital? Can a doctor diagnose my injury through X-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, etc.? Answering these questions will help you determine if you can receive a large accident settlement. For more helpful tips on how to calculate and win your personal injury settlements, please visit aftercaraccidents.com.